Hello folks, it's Ralf with the Stray Benzes, and as you can hear today we're working with a actually right here with a 420 SEL from 1989, and even though it's stone cold outside, there's an issue with this one, and plenty of you folks I know struggle with the same darn problem. The problem is that fan is on all the time, and normally you get gas after a while the fan should disengage, but this one doesn't. It does not go off even though the engine is still cold and it's cold outside, and that shouldn't be. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this one. Fortunately enough, with the V8 engine models S-Class W126, you don't have to take the fan shroud or the cooler out. With the diesels, you usually have a completely different setup. It looks the same, but it isn't, because this one, as you can see, it has a flange, mounting flange with a couple of hex head screws in there that hold it in place. So we're going to loosen those next, and we're going to take the whole fan out, and we should not have to take the fan shroud off or anything else for that matter. Here's the new one. You can see the mounting flange. And it does not have a center bolt like the one from the inline 6 diesels, for instance. What you need is a 10mm wrench. Take a 13 or 14 and put it in sideways, and put it behind one of the screw heads and the other screws, and then you loosen up one screw after the other until you got them all out. So here I finally got almost all of them out. This is the last one. And see how loose this is. You don't need to take the belts off either. Be careful, because these screws are special. They are not your regular run-of-the-mill M8s, because this one has only a 10mm head. Takes a little bit finagling, but you can get this by and eventually get this out of behind the shroud, and then we can take the fan blades off of the hub. With the fan blade off, I can now go ahead and take the screws out and install the new hub onto the fan blade assembly. I'll show you in a moment how that went. So this is the original bare unit. Looks a little bit different than the replacement I got. I'm sure this is a cheapo from Asia, but for the price difference it does the trick. I don't normally try to do this. I usually try to get the genuine parts, but you know how it is. So here we go. Out with the old, in with the new. I put the screws back. By the way, don't mix up the fan blade direction. Make sure this is the side here of where the hub needs to mount, and these are the screws. The screw side that needs to go this way. You don't want to mix this up going the other way. Flow direction is the same, but it's the efficiency is going to suffer if you don't do it right. And I'm going to put the new one on, and then we're going to put it back in, tighten it up, and see what happens. Using my 10mm socket, tightening all four, don't over tighten them. Alright. Good. So, in order to make reassembly a little bit better or easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount one of the bolts back into it to have at least some guidance. There we go. Alright. And now I'm going to finigger the fan straight back in. There we go. Make sure that you don't hit the cooler core with the, and get it close. And I need my second hand in order to get this one back onto its seat. Got it back in, got two of them started. The other ones will follow, and then I'm going to tighten it up. I don't use Loctite on these screws, just because it's going to be extremely difficult trying to remove the screws if you ever have to get back in there. They will never come loose if you properly tighten and torque them up. But that's just me. You need to decide what you're comfortable with. The engine running. What should happen is the fan should stop spinning after, especially when it's cold. The engine is cold, or the cut right in the temperature, and it should stop spinning. There's an oddity that must be unique to the maple side in China variety of fan clutches, and that is only when it's when you're up and running at about 40-60 miles an hour will it finally disengage, and only engage as necessary when the temperature is up. And but right now you will still rise in RPM when I hit the gas. Not quite disengaging, but it's definitely better than it was. And yeah, good luck. Fairly easy install. Just make absolutely sure you don't hit the cooler core with the fan blade. Happy wrenching!